Well, good morning and a happy Friday to you. It's Geospatial 2.0 Friday talk. And I've actually done two Friday talks, which tells you about what an interesting week I've had. This is really focused on a question which I'm asking all of you to contribute to if you have a thought about it. Does the name Geospatial 2.0 need changing? So what's the why of 2.0? Really, 2.0 means next. So when the term first came out, and I didn't actually come up with the term Geospatial 2.0, but that 2.0 notion is really that idea of next, what's coming next. And in terms of what it actually is the core of it, the way I see it is really advancing geospatial thoughts and thinking, and advancing geospatial actions as well. So it's really the next phase of what is geospatial. So that's at the core of it, but that 2.0 piece is problematic, I believe. I'm not a huge fan of using that word geospatial, I will admit, and I'm not a huge fan of 2.0. But really, and I hark back to, for those that have got sort of a hairline like mine, or at least grey, there were the WARE conferences from O'Reilly back in the 2000s, early 2000s, which were great conferences and really opened up the door to wider conversations around that whole world of WARE. There was sort of an open source aspect to it, but there are other conversations there, but it was a wider conversation. But that 2.0 piece was, again, WARE was good, the 2.0 wasn't good. We hear Web 2.0. People come to me and tell me that, we're now at Geospatial 3.0, 4.0. Having a number attached to this is really not the right thing. So I'm really interested in what we could change this to. So what are we talking about? We're really talking about an umbrella term, and I've debated with other people about the fact that none of us really like that label. I hate labels, but for convenience, we really need an umbrella term for the advancing world of geospatial. And again, we're now moving into a world which is new sensors mean new data. It means multidimensional data. We've got artificial intelligence, machine learning. The game is changing, and we need to change with it. So we need an umbrella term. We also need a term which is inclusive and not exclusive. It needs to include everyone that's working in the field that is geospatial. It needs to include all. So yeah, it's a term which covers all geospatial data and technology. So anything that has a locational component to it, whether it's the data, the fuel that drives everything, or it's a technology that processes that fuel to output something, an answer to a question, it needs to cover that. And I'm cautious with this last one, but it's really got to be a term that is more than 2D map making. We've lived in a world where geospatial has been aligned with sort of the 2D world and very much map centric. This Geospatial 2.0, whatever this new term is, includes that, but it's more than that. So therefore, the technologies, the sort of stuff that we're talking about here is, well, GIS undoubtedly is the important part of this. So is Earth observation. So we hear a lot about the space economy, we hear a lot about drones and satellites and aerial stuff. This is all under this umbrella. So's LiDAR, so's 3D. That's included here as well. Sensors, IoT, undoubtedly part of this world, very important part of this world, particularly as we get 5G and these new feeds that are coming in. And then I've mentioned it just earlier, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So all of these technologies and more are really fitting underneath this umbrella term. The question is, what is that umbrella term that we should be coming up with? And again, I tend to have I always lean back on these set of pictures, but I see that the geospatial world is about us telling geospatial data driven stories. And sure, two-dimensional data is important, and that's the world that we've inhabited for a long time, producing maps which show patterns. But 3D is really important to this world as well. So we're now talking about digital twin, which is another term I don't really like very much. We talk about CAD and GIS coming together. There's a whole world that where 3D, we're talking about gaming as well, how the gaming community and Unity and Cesium and people are doing really important work. That all fits under this umbrella. So, to me, 3D gives us a sense of place, what is, what could be. And then 4D is change. That's the real-time data feeds. And again, there are lots and lots of feeds now that are the location-based that are about real-time data. So my question to you is, what should we call Geospatial 2.0? I don't think that term works very well. I'd like to change it, but I'm thinking should it be changed to that makes sense, that doesn't have that 2.0 number attached to it. Really interested in your thoughts. I'd like to sort of reach out to the community, you guys that watch this and read some of these things and around 2.0 and let's come up with a different term. You can reach me at that email address there, matt.sheehan@critigen.com. I would really welcome your feedback, your thoughts, anything that comes to your mind, because I think we need to change this. This is beginning to build a bit of a momentum, this sort of notion of this world of change within geospatial, and we're at that sort of inflection point. So this is kind of a reflection of the fact that we're in a world that's changing around us, and we need to change with it. So reach back to me. I look forward to your feedback. Have a lovely weekend. It's beautiful autumn, so go out and enjoy the nice weather whilst it's here. We'll talk again next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.